Tired of tossing and turning all night? Feeling groggy and exhausted even after a full 8 hours? You're not alone. So many of us struggle with sleep. But what if I told you that waking up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to conquer your day isn't a fantasy? It's totally achievable. Today, we're going to dive deep into the ultimate sleep protocol, a comprehensive guide packed with science-backed strategies that will completely transform your nights and, by extension, your days. This isn't about counting sheep or old wives' tales, This is about taking control of your sleep and unlocking the incredible power of true restorative rest. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit to conquer sleepless nights once and for all. Welcome to Health Protocol, your true health companion. So, get ready to say goodbye to fatigue and hello to a new, more vibrant you. First things first, let's talk about your bedroom. It needs to be a sanctuary for sleep and nothing else. The single most important rule is to make your room a sleep-only zone. That means no working from bed, no scrolling through your phone, and definitely no eating dinner while watching TV under the covers. Spree holiday. Your brain needs to associate your bed with one thing and one thing only: sleep. When you mix activities, you send confusing signals, making it harder to wind down when it's actually time to rest. Now, let's engineer the perfect sleep environment. Think of it like building a cozy cave. First, it needs to be completely dark. Even a tiny bit of light from a digital clock or a street lamp can disrupt your melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Invest in some blackout curtains. They are a total game changer. That's not an option. A comfortable sleep mask works wonders. Seriously, you want to be in pitch black darkness. Next up, temperature. Have you ever noticed how you sleep better in a cool room? There's a scientific reason for that. Your body's core temperature naturally drops as you prepare for sleep. You can help this process along by keeping your bedroom cool, ideally between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. It might feel a bit chilly at first, but trust me, your body will thank you for it. And finally, let's talk about sound. For some, a completely silent room is ideal. But for many of us, especially if you live in a city, silence is a luxury. Unexpected noises like a car horn or a neighbor's dog can jolt you awake. This is where a white noise machine can be your best friend. It creates a constant, soothing blanket of sound that masks those sudden disruptions. You can also use a fan or even find white noise apps and videos. The key is to create a consistent and predictable soundscape that lulls your brain into a state of calm. Okay, so we've set the stage with the perfect environment. Now, let's talk about what you do before you even get into bed. Your pre-sleep routine, or what I like to call your wind-down ritual, is absolutely critical. In our go-go-go world, we can't expect to just switch from full speed ahead to completely off. You need a buffer zone, This ritual should start about 60 to 90 minutes before your intended bedtime. The number one enemy of your wind-down ritual is blue light. The screens on your phone, tablet, computer, and TV emit a specific wavelength of blue light that tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. It actively suppresses melatonin production. So, the cardinal rule is, no screens for at least an hour before bed. I know, it's tough, but try replacing that screen time with something relaxing. Read a physical book, not on a tablet. Listen to a calming podcast or some soothing music. Do some light stretching or gentle yoga. Another powerful tool for your wind-down ritual is a warm bath or shower. Sprue. When you get out of the warm water, the rapid drop in your body temperature mimics the natural temperature drop that happens before sleep, signaling to your body that it's time to rest. Plus, it's just incredibly relaxing. You can add some Epsom salts with lavender for an extra dose of calm. Journaling can also be a fantastic way to end your day. If your mind is racing with tomorrow's to-do list or worries from the day, get them out of your head and onto paper. Write down everything that's on your mind. This act of brain dumping can provide a sense of closure and clear your mental slate, making it much easier to drift off without 1,000 thoughts swirling around. Now let's talk about timing. because consistency is king when it comes to sleep. Your body loves routine. It has an internal 24-hour clock called the circadian rhythm, which governs your sleep-wake cycle. To keep this clock running smoothly, you need to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every single day. Yes, that includes weekends. I know it's tempting to sleep in on Saturday, but that's like giving yourself a mini dose of jet lag. It throws your internal clock out of whack and makes it so much harder to wake up on Monday morning. Find a schedule that works for you and stick to it religiously. You'll be amazed at how your body starts to naturally feel sleepy at bedtime and alert in the morning. Let's move on to what you eat and drink, because that has a huge impact on your sleep quality. The two big culprits to avoid in the evening are caffeine and alcohol. Most people know that caffeine is a stimulant, but many don't realize just how long it stays in your system. It can have a half-life of up to 6 hours. That means if you have a coffee at 3 p.m., half of that caffeine could still be active in your system at 9 p.m., making it difficult to fall asleep. My rule of thumb is to have no caffeine after 2 p.m. Now, alcohol is a bit trickier. Many people think a glass of wine helps them relax and fall asleep, and it does. Alcohol is a sedative. However, as your body metabolizes it overnight, it severely disrupts your sleep architecture. It suppresses REM sleep, which is crucial for memory and emotional regulation. This is why you might fall asleep easily after drinking, but wake up a few hours later and feel completely unrested the next day. If you want quality sleep, it's best to avoid alcohol, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. What about food? A large heavy meal right before bed can cause indigestion and discomfort, making sleep difficult. Try to have your last big meal at least 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. If you get hungry later in the evening, a small light snack is okay. Think about a small bowl of oatmeal, a handful of almonds, or a banana. These contain nutrients that can actually support sleep. Let's not forget about exercise. Regular physical activity is fantastic for sleep. It helps reduce stress, anxiety, and can deepen your sleep. The key is timing. A vigorous workout raises your core body temperature and heart rate, which is the opposite of what you want before bed. So, try to get your intense exercise done earlier in the day. Morning or afternoon workouts are ideal. If you can only exercise in the evening, opt for something lighter and more restorative, like a gentle walk, stretching, or yin yoga. This can help you release tension without overstimulating your system. Now, what happens if you do all of this? You get into your perfect, dark, cool, quiet room, and you still can't fall asleep. Your mind is racing, and you're starting to get anxious about not sleeping. The worst thing you can do is lie there, staring at the ceiling, getting more and more frustrated. This creates a negative association with your bed. The 20-minute rule is your new best friend. If you haven't fallen asleep after about 20 minutes, get out of bed. Go to another room and do something calm and relaxing in dim light. Read a boring book, listen to soft music, or practice some deep breathing exercises. Only return to bed when you start to feel sleepy again. This breaks the cycle of anxiety and retrains your brain to see your bed as a place for sleep, not for worry. Let's touch on a few more advanced techniques. Sunlight exposure in the morning is incredibly powerful. As soon as you can after waking up, get outside for 10 to 15 minutes of natural sunlight. This bright light exposure helps to anchor your circadian rhythm, signaling to your brain that it's the start of the day. It makes you feel more alert in the morning and helps set you up for a better night of sleep later on. Breathing exercises can also be a lifesaver when your mind is racing. A simple and effective one is the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale completely through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times. This technique acts as a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system and can help you transition into a state of rest. To recap, creating the ultimate sleep protocol involves a holistic approach. It starts with engineering your bedroom to be a dark, cool, and quiet sleep sanctuary. Then, you implement a consistent wind-down ritual, free of screens and full of relaxing activities. You maintain a strict sleep-wake schedule, even on weekends. You're mindful of your diet, avoiding caffeine and alcohol in the evening. You incorporate regular exercise, but time it right, and if you can't sleep, you get out of bed and do something relaxing until you feel tired again. It might seem like a lot, but start by incorporating just 1 or 2 of these changes. As you start to feel the benefits, you'll be motivated to add more. Remember, good sleep isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental pillar of health. It affects your mood, your cognitive function, your immune system, everything. 2. If you consistently struggle with severe sleep issues, it's always a good idea to talk to a doctor or a sleep specialist to rule out any underlying conditions. But for most of us, these strategies can make a world of difference. You have the power to transform your nights and reclaim your days. Start tonight. Pick one thing from this guide and commit to it. Your future, well-rested self will thank you. Sleep. Thanks for watching this deep dive into mastering your sleep. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, Health Protocol, for more content on living your healthiest, most vibrant life. Sweet dreams!